lot of people in the last 3 years put extra energy into bringing me down, when in reality I should have taken my positive attitude and brought everybody up. So there is more to me than just my love for quotes. Some things that are important to me are family, friends, music, honesty, and passion. In case you're wondering, I did get a blue on the personality test, and for those of you who don't know what that means, it means that I really been focused on relationships, and a lot of my decisions that I make are based on how they will affect other people. And some hobbies that I have are volleyball, which I have played and coached. I have played club and for the school, and I will be trying out for the DHS team next year. And also choir. I've been in the Harper chorus for the last 3 years, and I will be in the DHS concert choir next year. So I believe that it's really important when you get to know someone, like you really get to know someone, to know some pet peeves, like little things that just drive them nuts. So a few things that really just bug me are the clicking of silverware. So if you have like 2 forks and you like bang them together, that really bugs me. Also, when people misspell my name, it's M-A-C-K, not M-A-K, not M-C-K. It needs to be spelled right for me to be sane. And when people use the letter K as a word, because it is a letter, it is not a word. Okay, I'm totally fine with, but K, just little thing that bugs me. So what did I do here at Harper? I've been here for 3 years. You think that I'd do something interesting. Well, that is true. So in 7th grade, if I had to name 7th grade, I would call it the initiation. Academically, it was my worst GPA of my 3 years here at Harper, but if you take into account that I transitioned from an elementary school with one teacher who was like laid back and really like let us do pretty much whatever we want in the elementary school, to 7th grade where I had 7 different teachers with different personalities and a big giant campus, then it really, like I did transition well, like compared to other people. Socially, I really was confident and self-assured. I'm a confident person, and that really is one thing that has stayed the same throughout the last 3 years. And I really was avoiding drama and really went with the flow because I didn't really know how to get caught up in stuff because I was just a little 7th grade. But one thing in 7th grade at the end of the year that I wanted to change about myself is the fact that I wasn't very much of a leader. Like amongst my friends, I was kind of just the one who followed, like, oh, you're eating tacos for lunch, I want tacos for lunch, I don't want to go out in my own direction and get something else. So I really wanted to be more of a leader than a follower, which did change in 8th grade. So 8th grade, if I had to name it, I would call it the crowning point. Academically, it was my best GPA of the 3 years, and I really did find my technique for balancing extracurricular activities and academics, because I did every sport that Harper offered except for cross country and soccer, which I thought was pretty impressive. So I really did find how to balance those 2 big tasks. And socially, I really did voice my opinion more often, and I helped a lot of my friends who were facing struggles with just general life, and a lot of my friends who I now consider like my very, very close friends, we got really close in 8th grade. And really at the end of the year, I didn't want anything to change. I wanted to live 8th grade for the rest of my life, but life doesn't exactly go how you plan. So 9th grade, if I had to name 9th grade, I would call it the disharmony. Academically, I did well, as you can see in my portfolio. Here I have a math test that I got a 38 out of 39 on, and she handed me back this test, and I literally jumped out of my chair and was just like, yes, guys, I got a 38 out of 39, because this year in math, I'm in Algebra 2 this year, and that was really difficult for me for some reason, because I'm more of a visual person than a numbers person. And also, here is a biology notebook check, which I think I got 100% on this one, where you can really see how organized I am, and that's a big part of why I do well in school. But one thing that you can't really see in my work samples is the amount of time that I really put into these samples. What you can't really see is how up late I was doing all of this work, because I was distracted by all the social stuff that I had faced in that grade. So a lot of my friends had big personalities. They decided, oh, I want to go on this way, but I was like, no, I want to go this way, and I really did part ways with a lot of my friends. But I did meet a lot of new people that I hadn't become as close with, but in 9th grade, I really did figure out that some people stay and some people go, and you can't freak out about it because there's more to life than just that. So also something that happened to me in 9th grade is I, in the beginning of the year, thought, hey, I should try out for cheerleading. That could be a fun new thing to do. So I tried out and I made the freshman team, and one thing that was really fun that I got to do this year is I was the captain this year, which was really fun, and it was a great experience to help my leadership grow, and I now have better leadership skills, or at least I feel that way. So how have I changed with Harper in these last 3 years? So I really do feel that Harper has made me more of a role model for the younger students below me. As you can see, these are just a few of the extracurricular and activities that I've done at school. But I really feel that I've taken every opportunity I could to tell younger students who would want to do stuff like this that, hey, you can do good academic stuff and all these extracurricular activities and still have a lot of fun and do well. And how has Harper changed my future? Here, I really have been surrounded by a lot of great people who have taught me lots of life lessons, and one example of this is my choir director, Mr. Zinn. He has this classroom saying that he says pretty much every day. It was like, make mistakes, woo! And the whole class shouts woo, and that really taught me that, yeah, if you make a mistake, like move on, like don't dwell in the past and move on to the future. Here I was also encouraged for being above average, and because I am young for the grade, I'm only 14 and my birthday's in November, so I was grown up as like one of the younger people in the class, and I really was encouraged for being smart. And I was also given the opportunity to meet many people who have taught me many things, who are now called my best friends, who are sitting in this line behind you. Also, I was offered many extracurricular activities here that I might not have participated in had I gone to a different campus with different stuff. So where am I going? Junior high, it's over. We have 2 weeks of chilling out for the next month, well, with finals, but it's basically chilling out. Where am I going? So next year I will be going to Davis Senior High School, and I'm really going to continue to search to find my passion, what really interests me, because I don't want to get stuck with a job that doesn't interest me. And but if I was going to college right now, I would go to the University of California at San Francisco, go to the pre-med program, and study more and become a pediatric doctor, because kids are awesome. And ideally, I would also be staying in California for the rest of my life, because it's been scientifically proven that by having red hair, it makes you more sensitive to temperature. And everywhere when I travel, it's like either too cold or too hot. So here it's like just right. It's like Goldilocks. So I really would like to thank everyone here for truly making me who I am today. And I feel that I am prepared for the future, what the future holds for me. So before I hand the stage off to Sabina, I would like to share another quote. The quote says, "Our real blessings often appear to us in the shapes of pains, losses, and disappointments. But let us have patience, and we soon shall see them in their proper figures." Thank you.
Oh, yeah, questions. Okay, so.
Now, in the beginning, we talked about your pet peeves. Now, have you noticed whether or not those pet peeves have gotten, are you more annoyed now that you're getting older and there's social media and things like that where people are maybe less polite and so on, or it's pretty much the same, or have you just kind of developed these pet peeves?
It's kind of like I've noticed that like when I was little, there were little things that would just like bug me like a little bit, but now like one thing I mentioned was people misspelling my name. Like my entire life, like my mom was sitting here and she sent out my birth announcements and she had my name spelled correctly, and people would send her, "Oh, congratulations cards," and they misspelled my name, even though they'd been given the birth announcement with my name spelled correctly. They misspelled it, and just like a little thing like like, it's a little detail, but it means a lot. Plus my name's spelled uniquely, like I don't know anyone else with the same M-A-C-K. Most people are either M-A-K or M-C-K, but I got all the others.
How did you narrow things down to pediatrics? I'm just curious. And what else are you thinking about based on all of your interests and things that you love to do, what you know about yourself?
Pediatrics, one thing that really, like doctors, like I really do like helping people, and actually one thing that really helped me realize that I wanted to go and become a doctor. My brother is a senior now, he's graduating this year, and he plays rugby. And I went to a rugby game, and there was this kid, and he had some sort of like leg issue that like if he ran too much, that he would get like this like leg spasm, and there was this nurse that came like in the middle of the game, he had this like bad leg spasm, and she like totally like helped like calm him down, and afterwards he was like walking, and I was like, I want to be able to do that for people, to have them like freaking out and to like calm them down. And then pediatrics, kids are fun.
Have you worked with kids before?
Well, this year I did coach 7th grade volleyball, so it was kind of kids, and then I have a little sister who's 5, and she's fun. She's very fun.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Question? That's all right. Great job.
Thank you.